everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different than what I've been doing recently, but very much I feel like on brand. I don't know about you, but I got really into perfumes and fragrance in the last couple years. I think maybe a lot of it had to do with the pandemic and being home all the time, and so not really getting ready in the sense of like getting dressed and not always doing my hair and makeup, but it was just like something extra I could add to feel like a real person rather than someone who just like lived at home all the time. Because I will say at the very beginning of the pandemic, when we were first sent home from work, I didn't really have my camera on in many meetings, so like I was not getting ready, and then I was pregnant and I had terrible morning / all day sickness where I just felt nauseous like all the time, and it was like everything that I could do to just get through my workday. I'm in like meetings all the time, and so I would sometimes just like have a meeting like on the couch, and so my camera would be off, and so it was just kind of like all these things compounded, and I just felt not myself because like I wasn't putting in the effort to get ready. And I feel like a lot of times taking that step to get ready just makes you feel more productive in all aspects of your life. That's why like some people say it's really good to get like new gym clothes because like they inspire you to go like kill it in the gym, and I feel like I totally agree with that. And I feel like that just like across the board. And so all that to say is I started wearing perfumes even though I like never left the house. And not saying I didn't wear perfume before, but I definitely just had like one or two cheaper perfumes that I would just wear, you know, when I left the house. And it became more of like a little bit of a hobby of just like trying new perfumes and adding them to my collection. And now I have a collection of perfumes. I did finish a perfume this year, which I shared in my empties video. And now I figured it'd be really fun to kind of rank my perfumes and kind of talk through all the ones that I have. I will say that I'm pretty sure that I purchased all of these online without ever smelling them, which I know is like the biggest no-no when it comes to perfumes, but I don't think I have a very picky palette when it comes to scents. I feel like I like most things, and so I trusted reading the reviews, one, and then also like watching videos. I know what scents I do like. It's actually interesting. I went online and looked up all the notes for all these, and the ones that I like the most are very similar, and the ones that like aren't my favorite but I obviously still like because they're in my collection are also similar. So I definitely have a preference, and I kind of just continue to purchase based off that preference, but I'm also open to kind of just hearing about something that smells really good and buying it and seeing if I like it. That being said, it was really interesting to kind of rank these because like I said, I didn't really have a sense when purchasing them, like how I would feel about them in comparison to the rest of my collection. And then obviously since having them, been able to make that decision. So if you're interested in seeing all the perfumes that I have in my collection and also seeing where I rank them in terms of my least favorite to my top favorite, then please keep watching. So I am going to start with my least favorite and then go to my top favorite. So coming in at number 9 is Penrose Wild Child. And so like I said, I went on and looked everything up. So this says a frolicsome tropical bouquet of tiara, flower, jasmine, and vanilla. Sparkling bergamot starts the adventure into a heart of lush island blooms, air-kissed by silky vanilla. Unabashedly floral and effervescent, she is the wild child in all of us, and you'll love to let her out. And so the family is floral. I do really like this. It feels very fresh. It's very like nostalgic for me. I feel like I had body sprays and like bath scents similar to this when I was younger growing up. I'm realizing, like, and you'll see as I go through my collection, that I like florals, but I don't think that they're my absolute top favorite. And so I feel like this is more like something I will wear in the summertime for a very fresh scent that I'm like going out in the daytime for. I don't know why, but if I was to go to like an outdoor tea party in the summertime, this is like the scent that I would wear. Coming in at number 8 is Saint Oude Perfume by KVD Beauty. Fragrance family is florals, the scent type is warm florals, and keynote is vanilla, musk, and jasmine. So feels like very similar to the Wild Child. The description on this is dreamy, romantic, and alluring. This perfume fuses top notes of jasmine and tiara flower with a delicious heart of mandarin, caramel, and sparkling mirabelle plum. Vanilla, sandalwood, and creamy musk impart a warmth that reminds you of falling in love for the very first time. So similar description and scents that were in my first one, but this one is definitely one that I prefer more because it is a bit warmer, a little bit more gourmand than Wild Child. I will say this one does not last very long on the skin for me, and that's kind of why it's ranking as number 8. I do like the scent a lot, but it just doesn't have the staying power. Number 7 for me is Vanilla Woods by the 7 Virtues. This is in the fragrance family Warm and Spicy. Scent type is warm and sweet gourmands, and so the description says Vanilla Woods is intoxicating with a dash of fresh pear, a big rose heart note, and the benefits of a long-lasting dry down of organic Madagascar vanilla and gourmand caramel infused with a warm amber. I love this. I love the smell of vanilla. I remember growing up in like middle school, I had this like vanilla spray, and this girl would always ask me to borrow it after gym because her boyfriend was like obsessed with the vanilla scent. I feel like it's not as layered or complicated as some of my other scents are that I've ranked higher, and I think that's probably why I have it at number 7. But it's like, it's just a delicious vanilla perfume, and I love it for something super simple and just reminds me of my childhood almost. Again, another one that like, I feel like scent memories are just so strong, and this one just reminds me of that, and I just feel like it's just a beautiful, lovely scent to wear. Now we're getting to where it started to get a little bit more difficult for me to rank the perfumes. Number 6 is Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo. The description for this one says that this perfume has luminous green top notes, a heart of rich and exotic tiger orchid, and lingering central base notes of sweet toffee and Indonesian patchouli that leave a sensual memory on the skin. I love this one for a date night. My husband has complimented this scent a lot. I feel like I totally agree with the description. Like, it's just like that sensual type perfume. Like, it's just a sexy perfume. I don't know how else to describe it. And I just think it smells fabulous, but it doesn't necessarily lean, I think, like warm and spicy enough for it to fall into like my top favorites. Number 5 is Love by Sofia Vergara. This is by far my most affordable perfume. This ginormous bottle, I think this is 3.4 ounces, only cost like $25 or something on Amazon, but as you can tell, it's in the top 5 of my perfumes because I think it just smells like that good. I purchased it because I heard it was a dupe for YSL's Black Opium, which I feel like it definitely lives up to that title. So the description on this one is it's a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance. Top notes are passion fruit, orange blossom, green apple, and mandarin orange. Middle notes are Colombian coffee, orchid, coffee blossom, orris, and magnolia. And base notes are praline, vanilla, amberwood, and amberette, musk mallow. I feel like what I love about this is more of that gourmand scent, and it just feels like so warm and inviting. Like, it just like envelops you almost. I love this one. I feel like the staying power on me is really great, especially for the price. Like, this has become obviously a top favorite, and I really enjoy this one a lot. Number 4 is The Only One by Dolce & Gabbana. This is another top favorite for me for date night. I just feel like it also kind of fits into that sexy scent category, just like the Jimmy Choo one did. And the description on this one is the fragrance family is warm and spicy. You're gonna start seeing that, I feel like, a lot in my top favorites. And the description says, the Only One's signature lies in its surprising combination of violet and coffee, giving life to an enchanting floral scent. Like the woman it represents, the fragrance is intricate play of opposites. It is true from this fusion that the unexpected, a mocha violet note that draws its appeal. So again, I feel like it's saying that this is super floral, but it doesn't feel floral in the same way that this scent does. And I think it's that warm and spicy note or fragrance family that it's falling into that makes me love it so much. I just love that. I don't know what it is, but that is like what draws me in. Anything that kind of falls into that category is like a winner for me. And this one I feel like lasts really well on the skin, and I love this one. Big fan. So number 3 is my YSL Black Opium. I have a huge one. I think this is the 5 ouncer. So I went with the big boy on this one. I feel like the packaging on this is absolutely stunning. Like this black sparkle packaging within the window in to see the perfume, and it looks like a flask. I don't know, this one, just packaging itself pulls it into the top favorites. And then about the fragrance, it falls into that warm and spicy fragrance family. I like what I like, I guess. The description says, this is a seductively intoxicating woman's fragrance with opening notes of adrenaline-rich coffee and sweet vanilla that recline you into the softness of white flowers for a young, modern scent. And it also says, it captivates the senses with a sweet vanilla base and a burst of floral at the heart of the fragrance. I'm sure you all can pick up the theme that is coming here, and that is, I guess, like, I love the really warm vanilla with like a little bit of floral additive. I feel like those are the scents that are coming right to the top for me, and I do feel like even though I purchased all of these without smelling them, they all have very like similar notes, and the ones that are ranking higher are very similar than the ones that are ranking lower, which I also feel like those are kind of similar. It's actually really interesting, the prep that I did for this video, of like what I went through and ranked them all, and then I went online and pulled up all of the descriptions and realized that the ones that I put in the top were very similar and the ones that I put in the bottom were very similar. And then really across the board, like the fragrances that I've chosen to spend my money on, even without smelling them, all are kind of very similar as well. So super interesting, and you can kind of get a sense of what I like from all of this. My number 2 top perfume is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is in the fragrance family Floral, but the description says this is a warm floral fragrance inspired by Roman street style and edgy haute couture. A trio of jasmine flowers and sparkling black currant fused with warm vanilla and rich woods to create a scent that captures the essence of modern femininity. So again, I feel like very much in line with all the other scents that I love. And I just like love like the sweet gourmand vanilla paired with the floral. Like I feel like that's kind of like the essence of all the fragrances that I love, and this one I feel like captures it the best. Those two things together in this one, I just love. Like, I just think this is the most beautiful scent, especially like with those two like floral and like warm gourmand categories. Like the connection between the two of them in this bottle is by far my favorite, and I think this is the most recent perfume purchase for me, and I smelled it and I was like, wow, that was a good one. I really like this one. However, it is not my top scent, and actually my top scent kind of falls out a little bit from the rest of them. It's still very much like on my scent brand, but it's very different than like the last 4 that I went through, which is interesting. So my number 1 top perfume of the moment is Santal Vanille by the 7 Virtues. So I'll just read the description and then you'll be able to see the difference between this one and the rest of them. So this does fall into the warm and spicy category. So again, we're hitting on that, and obviously there's vanilla in it. So very similar, I feel like, to the ones that I really love. But this perfume is reminiscent of a cashmere sweater wrapped in creamy coconut and vanilla and infused with warm myrrh. The long-lasting notes of rich sandalwood leave a lingering impression. I don't know how to describe this, but the Santal is just a very unique note. I was actually at work, and the woman who sits next to me, she was wearing a perfume, and I was like, is that Santal Vanille by the 7 Virtues? And she's like, no, it's something else, and I forget what it is now, but it was another Santal like scent, and that I don't know what that is, but that is a very unique smell. I feel like it just like envelops you. It smells so good. This lasts so long on the skin. I can smell it the next day when I wear it, and I just love it. I feel like it captures all of the things that I love, and it's that warm and spicy but still has that vanilla kind of lingering scent that gets left on the skin. It's just fabulous. I love this one. I do probably recommend going and smelling it first, because it is a little bit of a unique smell with the warm and spicy. Like, it could be strong, and because of that, it's very different than the rest of my scents. Like, I feel like these can be a little bit more universal, whereas this one is maybe more particular for the person. But I just love it, and this is like my fall and winter scent. I wore it so much last fall and winter, and I wore it this past weekend because, you know, it's September, so we're like basically in fall, and it got me so excited for fall because I hadn't really worn it all summer. And so excited that it is back in my perfume rotation, and I love that one. That is my collection. I would love to hear your recommendations for me based on what you're hearing that I like. And if you have any other perfumes that you think would be fun for me to try, like I said, it's become like a new hobby or obsession, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I've been really enjoying collecting and trying different perfumes and building up my collection. Oh, that being said, honorable mention, I guess, because it's not actually like a perfume, it's a body spray. So this is the Brazilian Crush body mist. So basically this is the body mist scent of the famous Boom Boom cream, which I've used and had before. That's actually why I picked this up. So I love this for like a beach or a pool day in the summer. I feel like it is perfect for that. I don't wear it that often because I feel like I tend to lean towards more perfume because they last longer on the skin for me. But if I'm doing just a day at the pool or we're at the beach or whatever, this is definitely the scent that I want to wear. And real quick, this is a warm, sunny, beachy scent with notes of pistachio, salted caramel, and vanilla. You know, that's exactly what I love. It's like it's a very gourmand scent. It has my vanilla, which I feel like pretty much every perfume that I mentioned here today has vanilla in it. So just love this one. I feel like it's just a delicious, wonderful smell, and it just reminds me of like beautiful summer days. I chose not to rank it because it is a body spray, and I wear it more as a body spray and more so for particular occasions versus everything else. So I know this video was a little different than my typical Project Panning content, but I hope you all enjoyed getting to see a little glimpse into my perfume collection and kind of what I like here. And if you did enjoy that, let me know below in the comments below. And if you have any recommendations, also let me know. And if you'd like to see more videos like this kind of outside of like my makeup content, please let me know that as well. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe and healthy, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.